Minnesota Vikings and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Set up, 90, Wolf. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come now. He don't want it. Jump.
A former Seminole back home in Florida. It's Dalvin Cook. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run. I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Check. Protein spill. So nice number one. Hey, wahoo! Check three.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Check three. You draw portion. Hey, shoot. 58 to Mike. Hey, let's get that ball, D.
Jones operating from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. Taking it about the 36. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at their 48-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings' 43-yard line.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
A first carry for Samaje Perine. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Running right, Jones. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Running is Barber. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Good solid gain on first down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
Ready? Black, what is that? 50. Hey, let's go. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Easy. Hey, check. Shift.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones taking it in as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Here we go. 18 Gator. Watch one. Push him back. Hey. High 7.
Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. And that will be incomplete.
Intended for Stephon Diggs. Incomplete. 3 plays and...
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This will be fielded at the 17. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, that it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares.
This is Jones. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
That's the way. No. Off. Hey, 5-0. He's checking. Easy. SOS.
They'll run it here with P-Ryan. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Ready. Black 22. Yeah, let's get a sack lunch. Check. Hot route. Hot. Easy. Hey, let's go.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Wait. Check 37. Check 22. Check cover. 22. Check cover. 43 is the mic. Flip it. The mic. Come on. Check 43. Easy. Let's go.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1.
It's now 4th down and 1.
43 is the mic, boy. 43. Check. 43.
They'll go with Jones. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Ronald Jones unable to get to that. Imagine.
And depth challenge play. Entering cancel pop-up rating for your characters in online game. Cancel.
Field right at the 48.
The head coach relied on his eagle eye in the sky to make the right call and was told to challenge it, and it looks like it's paid off.
And from a coach's standpoint, when you throw that flag, it's probably a pretty tense moment. Here it pays off.
Yeah, you have that little bit of indecision. You throw it where you feel like you're right, and then you think, uh-oh, did I get it right? In this case, they can celebrate.
2nd and 9 at the 47-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
I'm coming after you. Showing up. Hey, let's go.
Here's Jones. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And now a carry here for their fullback. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
On third down, it's Jones. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Gay's kick is good, and the lead moves to 10-zip. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on,
one?
what does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Cook. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
Ready, break. Ready, weapon. Single. Get it.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Four receivers to keep tabs on here. 3 of them to the right side on 2nd and 5.
Hey, Charlie. Switch.
Throwing Jones. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Minnesota. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Again, it's Jones. Jones hit, and the ball's out. And the Vikings pick up the football. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Pilot, 64, weak. Check curls, check curls, check curls.
Again, it's Cook. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On first down, Jones. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The 305-pound Ndamukong Suh fighting the path to the QB there.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked.
Hey, team 6, team 6, 5.
After the sack on first down, Jones toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time, and it's third down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Jones now on third down. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Vita Vea. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up fourth down. Now Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And Gonzalez puts this one through. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
Ready? Flag 22. Got double tight. Double tight. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 4 down.
On 3rd down, Winston. Airing this one out for Evans. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. They'll try and run with their fullback. And he is going to lose yardage here.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. Now Pirine. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
2nd and 10 at their 48-yard line.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd down now, it's Jones, and he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Bucs on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Winston now from the 50. Airing this one out for Evans. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. William Jackson with a pick. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. Two-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Now they air it out to start the drive, and it's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's a gain of 35. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover, and boom, hit him with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of the game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now Jones going to throw again. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Dayon Buchanan coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
X3, 218, chopper. Buzz. Go.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Jones. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They'll go again to Jones. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves, you're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about running them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, watch it. Watch the safety creep. Shit. Jim. Safe. Let's go.
Again, here's P. Ryan. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's P. Ryan. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
They'll try the right side with Jones. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Ready? White 25. I'm coming. I'm coming. Easy.
Now a carry for Pirine. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. The Bucs on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 8.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Back. Hey, check. Easy.
They'll run again with Pirine. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And Gay knocks this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down. But don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Throwing on second down. Jones. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vita Vea able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Jones throwing on 3rd and long. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
High 7. Hey, box drop.
Here's Jones throwing on 4th down. And he's able to find Diggs. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
Set 30 base. Hey, orbit. Mike 9. Watch QB drop. Hey. QB drop. Mike 9. Shoot.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jones, now a desperation throw deep downfield. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first.
For a Buccaneers first down. First and 10 at the 21-yard line. Tonight's final score.
And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Bucs are winners here as we say so long from Tampa.